Once upon a time, in a lush, green forest, teeming with life, lived a hare who was faster than the wind. His name was Harley, and they knew Italiano. Every morning, he'd zip from one end of the forest to the other, just to show off. He'd boast to anyone who would listen, "I am the fastest creature alive. No one can beat me." Not even the eagle in the sky. The other animals would just roll their eyes. They were tired of his constant bragging. One sunny afternoon, while Harley was boasting near the old willow tree, a slow, steady voice interrupted him. "Perhaps speed isn't everything, young Harley." It was Timothy, the old, wise Tortoise. He had seen many seasons come and go, and his shell was etched with the stories of time. Harlan burst out laughing. You're going to lecture me about speed. You're the slowest animal in the entire forest. I could run 100 laps around you before you even take a single step." Timothy smiled calmly. "Is that a challenge, then?" The surrounding animals gasped. A race between the lightning-fast hare and the slow and steady tortoise. It seemed absurd. But Harley's pride was on the line. "A challenge it is," he declared, puffing out his chest. "We'll all race from this willow tree to the giant mushroom rock at the edge of the woods. This will be the easiest victory of my life." The next day, the entire forest gathered to watch. The starting signal was given, and whoosh, Harley shot off like an arrow, leaving a cloud of dust behind. He was so far ahead in just a few seconds that he could barely see Timothy lumbering along at the starting line. "This is too easy," Harley thought. He ran halfway to the finish line, then looked back. Timothy was just a tiny, slow-moving speck in the distance. Feeling incredibly confident, Harley decided he had more than enough time for a little detour. He spotted a patch of delicious-looking carrots in a nearby meadow. "A quick snack won't hurt," he mumbled to himself, and he hopped over to enjoy the feast. The carrots were so sweet, and the sun was so warm. After his meal, Harley felt a little sleepy. "I'll just rest my eyes for a minute," he yawned, stretching out under a shady bush. "Timothy is so slow, I'll still win by a mile." Meanwhile, Timothy the tortoise just kept going. He didn't stop. He didn't get distracted. He just put one foot in front of the other, his eyes fixed on the distant mushroom rock. He passed the meadow where Harley was sound asleep, snoring softly. Timothy simply nodded to himself and continued his steady journey. Step by step, inch by inch, he moved forward, his pace never changing. Hours later, Harley woke up with a start. The sun was lower in the sky. "Oh no," he exclaimed, realizing he had slept for far too long. He sprang to his feet and dashed towards the finish line as fast as he could. But as he got closer to the mushroom rock, he saw something that made his heart sink. The entire forest was cheering, and there, sitting proudly at the finish line, was Timothy the tortoise. Harley skidded to a stop, his ears drooping in shame. He had lost. He, the fastest animal in the forest, had been beaten by the slowest. Timothy looked at him, not with triumph, but with a kind, knowing smile. "You see, Harley," the old tortoise said gently, "it's not always about being the fastest. Sometimes it's about being steady, persistent, and humble." From that day on, Harley was a changed hare. He was still fast, but he never boasted again. He learned that true strength isn't just about talent, but also about character. And so, the story of the hare and the tortoise became a timeless lesson for everyone in the forest, reminding them that pride comes before a fall, and that slow and steady truly does win the race. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales from the heart of the forest. See you next time.